Hello. Echo. Echo, echo. Switch that off. I think it's working. A little louder, I think. Sound preferences. Plantronics. Input volume all the way. Hello, my friends. Welcome back to another micromotor workshop. Today for something a little bit different. So, as usual, please join the chat room, and those who are already in there, if you would please let me know if we are on air, that would be nice. I have switched off my view of the downstream to conserve the little bit of bandwidth that I have available. I usually have like half a minute of delay, so I would think that is enough for someone in the chat room to notice me. What's up, guys? How's the audio? Can you hear me? I can see Jason Quadfly in the chat. Welcome, buddy. I can see Lars, also from Germany. I can see Mullet and Little Kittens. I don't know if this is working. Go to view on watch page. Well, I can see me talking here, so I have not put on the audio, but I think it's all good. Am I in the right chat room? Yeah. MMW live stream. So, pass the photo. Thank you. It's working. I hope you mean me. Pass the photo can hear me. That's good. So, as usual, if you want to talk to me, because there's so much other chat going on in the chat room, you know, in the end, that's what it's for. If you want to talk to me, please put @Dr. Ben into your line somewhere. Then there's a little orange mark at the side, so I know that means me. So today, as I said, it's going to be a little bit different. I had a lot of other activities over the last week. Following the Monday live cast, I went to the local races in Sydney again and played with my latest version of the insane ground station. So 4 receivers, 1 encoder, 4 receivers on the back, plus a video encoder and 2 recorders, one for sort of live recording, primarily for crashing purposes. You know, you crash somewhere, you don't know exactly where it is. You can pull off the top little recorder here, which has a built-in display, so you can play it back and see where you went down and pick it up. And then there's a more robust recorder, which records in better quality and all the time, so it doesn't crash all the time when the signal drops. So audio has some echo. Damn, really? Why is that? I know why. I'll figure this out. It is change audio. Built-in microphone is now switched off. Should have gotten better immediately. Thanks for Lars. Lars, do you pronounce this properly? Lars. I know your real name, but you probably don't want to have me saying that on the radio. So I say, Lars, thank you for pointing out the audio issues. Um, yeah, it's because I have activated two audio channels, so the internal mic in the computer and my headset. So yeah, people took notice of my crazy ground station, and the organizer of our races, who's also organizing the, I don't know exactly what his part is, but I think he's doing all the actual race organization of the D1 international, not international, does it say international? It says national, the national D1 drone racing challenge and expo in Australia. Um, and he invited me to that and said, can you please build one of these ground stations for me? So I made a list of all the parts I need to put this thing together. And yeah, embarrassingly, it costs around $1,000 to put it all together, including the antennas, which are not on here, including a tripod, and including a power supply. So it needs around 1.2 amp at 12 volt, the whole thing. So I think like a 5 amp desktop power supply is probably a good choice. So yeah, I'm gonna build another one of those, and it will be property of the club, and it will also travel down to the Ballarat exhibition center. So we make an expedition to the exhibition center, and yeah, that's one of the things I want to talk about. And for that, you see how I figure this out. I plan to show you my um, desktop. Thank you. I did the same mistake again, changing to a new main video source. You need to adjust the audio settings. Yep, set only to Plantronics now. Good, thank you. Fixed it, I think. So let me repeat the last few sentences. Most of you, I'm sorry, it will probably be too far away, but I've also posted the link to this event into our local racing group on Facebook, fpvr.org. So let me see. Did someone comment on it? Rob Bailey liked it, but no one else. I can't see how many people have seen it, but only one like in the last hour and no comment. So yeah, I hope some of you are watching, or well, even the recording will stay up there. So I'm trying to find some teammates for my trip down the coast to the Ballarat exhibition center, where the national D1 drone, unfortunately, I think we have to become friends with the word drone. So the national D1 drone racing challenge and expo will be happening on April 2nd and 3rd in Ballarat in Australia, Victoria, in the local exhibition center. So apparently we will have drone racing demonstrations, trade exhibitors, and Complacent says the stream is working well. Thank you. Welcome back. So I already bought 2 pilot tickets here. I plan to only use one myself. So yeah, I'm hoping to acquire someone to join the trip, that it's not so boring driving that long road, which I'm going to show you in a second. And I have also booked a room in the mid-city Ballarat motel or hotel, or whatever it is. A triple room. It was the cheapest. So, oh man, it says, no, it doesn't have multiple bedrooms. It has them all next to each other. Oh, yeah, maybe we have to change this to, yeah. So I didn't pay yet, so we can still change it to a, I don't know, a suite or something with separate bedrooms, because I don't know if we want to share a bedroom with me. So yeah, but yeah, there's probably plenty of accommodation available, and if not, we just camp somewhere in a nearby park, which is the plan on the way anyway, because it's going to be a long way. So the shortest route is 10 hours and 30 minutes, 1,049 kilometers. But I'm not really sure if this is the nicest trip, so I think it'll be much nicer to drive down the coast. So, and that's more like 15 hours, I think. So all the way down here, the Pacific Highway, 14 hours and 51 minutes, 1,237 kilometers. Yeah, but we don't plan to drink so much, but you know, there's flying on both days. So probably just one day of drinking, I think. So yeah, 15 hours. I think around 3 days, 4 hours driving, 5 hours driving each day, and then like an FPV camp party on the road. Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of national parks somewhere around here. So like 2 hours south of Wollongong, somewhere here, Bateman's Bay. How about camping in Bateman's Bay on the way? Yeah, 15 hours, and that just brings you down a little bit of it. Look at this. This is Australia, and down here, that's a 15-hour trip. So yeah, and that's good roads. You know, on all the other parts, the roads are way worse. So yeah, somewhere near Bateman's Bay, stopped the first time, and then somewhere near, I don't know what's that down here. I've never been here. Lakes Entrance, Gippsland Lakes Coastal Park would be my first bet. So yeah, if you're in Sydney or surrounding and are keen on either join me on the trip or want to drive yourself, please send me a message. I'm about to buy a new car for this trip because my previous beloved camping and travel van has given up the ghost over Christmas last year. So I'm still driving it, but it's only going into second gear. So So far after that, I hope we will gain a lot of experience on the trip. I will take the ground station along so we can very easily set up camp and fly. Just requires 4 AV cables. Everyone bring your goggles along and your quads. That's all you need. And I hope we can form a little convoy down the coast and represent New South Wales and the FPVR club down in Victoria. So much to that. Before I continue with um, with the fashion part of today's cast, I'll show you a few other things what have arrived in the meantime. We have a quick look in the chat room. Complacent says we have proper pod PIDs working on clean flight. That's awesome. That'll motivate me to give clean flight another shot. I plan to build 1 Hex and 1 octocopter to take along down to the event to participate in the lifting challenge. You know, it's relative to its weight, so I'll see how good a micro octocopter will perform in the heavy lifting challenge. And there's also a agility or maneuverability challenge where I think our little micros will have a good chance. So I last said I need a proper charger which can be powered in the car. That's right. I'm using, bring my iCharger 406 Duo along and a 2000 watt generator. So we will have power all the way. Hola mi amigos, hola madmen. I'm glad to see you. Complacent was drinking last night and pot is on 420. Yeah, so infinite motor supply on the road trip, exactly. So whoever joins me on the trip and flies micros, you'll get as many motors and batteries as you can consume. So Luftschraube is sending alien cards to Madman and wants to have PID hacks in Betaflight. I'm pretty sure this is going to happen, although I don't know details, but there seems to be a strong force behind variable manually adjustable PIDs, so I think Betaflight is the way to go. So Buster Photo posts some solar generator things. $459 for a Goal Zero Jetty solar power generator. Recharged by AC 12 volt solar, capacity 400 watt hours, 33 amp hours. That's good. Quite portable power for base camps, cabins, and unexpected outages. I need that. Make a kit, car charger, solar panel, Goal Zero. That's cool. So where's the solar panel? How big is it? Yeah, so think that's good. Doesn't say here. Or just like it. Oh, that's an iPad. Or you can charge an iPad from it. Okay. I hope it doesn't need an iPad to run. Does not show how big. Oh, here. Okay. Yeah, I think this probably take ages to charge on the solar panel. But yeah, it's just probably a good idea, even if you just can mainly charge it from the car while you drive. I have one of these jump starters, but they're not good enough to power stuff for a long period of time. They have a lot of power, enough to jumpstart a car, obviously, and enough power to pump up your tires, but if you start charging from them, they go down very, very quickly, much quicker than their promised capacity should yield. So I hope that a thing which is dedicated to actually powering stuff and not just jump starting your car will actually work better. So Complacent is convincing madmen to run original multi-wheel adjustable PIDs. Yeah, I think everyone who has seen or let's say experienced manual PIDs on the pods will not go back. It's the next generation of PID tuning. So Luftschraube is planning an FPV ground station wagon with my old Mercedes truck. Yeah, that's good. Permanently installed FPV ground station into the car. I think someone is coming. Hopefully some mail. Let's have a look. Good morning. Good, yourself? Thank you. Thanks a lot. You too, see ya. So, doesn't say anything. I'll open it live. So, the charger looks good. Yep. It's not a charger, it's just a power supply. But yeah, it supplies 12 volt power, so I might have a lot of uses for this thing. 450 bucks. Can buy a generator for that. My generator only costs a little bit more, I think 600 bucks. But it's noisy as heck. Well, you can probably put the panel on the roof of your car, but if you drive anyway, then you can just power this thing from the power outlet in the car and have it charged up. I don't think it will make much of a difference to the fuel consumption if you charge a little bit on the road. I mean, how much do we pull out of this? Probably like less than a percentage of what the car produces on power anyway. So a camping battery. Yeah, I think a camping battery, something like this. But yeah, we're in Australia, so having solar power along is not a bad plan. Mail time. Yeah, so I'm at the end of the chat room. That's good. So let's have a look in the box. It's Australia Post. So if you are looking for a good knife, I can recommend the Milwaukee Fastback. Uses standard, not razor, whatever they are, standard cutter blades. So very easy to keep sharp by replacing the blades. What do we get? Aha, haha, actually something you guys have been waiting for. Yeah, this doesn't matter, that's just a pair of cheap goggles, but it's a Quantum V2 goggles, so you probably know where this box is now coming from. It also contains, what the heck is this? I don't know what this is. Looks like a piece of a helicopter. 9 Eagles. I think I didn't order that. But here is what we've all been waiting for. Graphene. Graphene batteries. So for those. And the Pro sleeve. Let's the new designed sleeve for the Quantum V2 cheapo do-it-yourself video goggles from Hobby King. So the interesting bit is these batteries. 750 milliamp, and I think the other I ordered 600 milliamp. Oh no, larger, even larger. What is this? 950 milliamp. And did I order more of the same, or yeah, more 950? Damn hard to see. 950. And another. Damn, I think they didn't have 600s. Otherwise, I would have ordered smaller ones. So yeah, it's obviously not enough time. I have another 30 minutes left to charge them up and give them a discharge run. But that's what you're going to see next time. So next live cast will be about batteries. I'm using, some of you might have seen it already, I'm using this iCharger 406 Duo charger to torture these batteries. It has a discharge rating of, I think, 40 or 80 amp, but even 20 is more than I need, even though they claim more, but I'm pretty sure none of these will actually provide 65C discharge, because that would mean that this battery here, almost 1 amp hour of capacity and a stated discharge rate of 65C, that it would deliver almost 65 amps. So yeah, we will see how much it actually delivers. I'm pretty sure 40 amps will be plenty to bring it to the knees, and if not, you can attach a second battery to the other output and then pump the power from one into the other. I haven't done this yet, and I think I would probably need a very large battery to get any benefit out of that, or connect some other stuff like, I don't know, a row of light bulbs or whatever to the other side. Until now, it wasn't necessary because 20 amp was plenty to get out of to bring every single cell pack in the sizes I'm interested in to the limit. Madman, you want to have the link to the charger? So it's on Hobby King. I bought it, but Yeah, you can get them somewhere else as well. They have two different names. Hobby King calls them, no matches, 406. Hobby King calls them iCharger, and um, they're also called something with J. Juniper? No. Jun something. Doesn't find them. Yeah, you can just go to chargers and look for the most expensive one, I think. Chargers, DC only. Is it DC only? So, and then sort via price. So this is the, no. Do they not have them anymore? It's battery chargers. Let's have a look at AC and DC. No, they don't seem to have them anymore. Charger. It's another page, but so let's search for charger 406 Duo. Progressive up first. Official RC groups, Speedy RC. So here we go. That's it. 300 bucks. I think I paid a little bit less. So yeah, what's special about it? The main thing what's special about it is that it has a very high discharge rate. So if you look at most chargers, they only discharge between 1 and 5 amps. That's what you usually see. And most micro packs deliver less than 10 amps, so you can bring them to the knees with a 10 amp discharge to see how much they actually deliver. But for a 8.5 millimeter coreless motor setup, you need around at least 3 amps per channel per motor, so a quad that is 12 amps. And so I was looking for a charger which can discharge more than 12 amps and has a few more options in the discharge configuration to properly test these batteries. And this iCharger 406 Duo was the only one I found which had more than 20 amp discharge. I think there's a little brother of it, maybe the 306 Duo or something, which provides 20 amps. But yeah, that was the main criteria for me to buy this charger, so that I can punch these batteries in the gut. Works very well for that, and it also makes a very good charger for all my other packs. So this is the only charger I use for all my larger 2S and 3S packs. It does a very nice diagnostic of the batteries. It balances them very accurately, and it also has a micro SD card slot where it writes down all the charge and discharge cycles. So if you're interested in details on your batteries, you can export that and run it through some analyzing software and find out a whole lot of details. But yeah, the main reason for me is that it has a very powerful and very configurable discharge ability. So looking at the chat room, Ernesto Di Terrible makes nasty jokes. I changed the big heat shrink of the graphene and cut off the JST, saved some weight, says Jason. So let's have a look how heavy these things are. So back to the graphene batteries. So this here is the 750 milliamp. Sorry, I don't have a cam today set up on the bench. So the 750 milliamp weighs 18 point something gram, which is pretty much on par with the previous 750 milliamp pack from Hobby King, where the main issue was that, well, it worked quite good, but only for like between 3 and 10 cycles. And this one here is a little bit above 25 gram, the 950 milliamp. So if it works as intended, it should be a very nice pack for um, for the hex and octocopters. And if you pull all the labels off, it will look like it's from the dark side. So JG101 says he thinks that the graphenes will deliver the amps. The plugs are yeah, that's actually right. The plugs, if these values are true, then those plugs are way too little. But my bet would be the limit is not the plug, but yeah, we'll see. So you could, not for long, but you can punch 20 amps through those wires and plugs. And yeah, I don't think that we get anywhere near what they say on the label. But that's not what we want to find out. We all know that what's written on these labels is bullshit. The reason is just to find out how much bullshit and how much amp we get. So I hope we get a lot of amps, but we'll see. I'm not convinced yet. I'm convinced when I see it on the discharger and see it in the air, but usually it lines up pretty well. So that's why I prefer to do my tests on the discharger, because it just delivers a fixed result instead of just a subjective experience, which is influenced by the actual setup. No, Scott, I did not get a 600 milliamp. Yeah, I am pretty sure I would have ordered it when it's available, so no, I didn't. 14.9 gram on 600 milliamp. But although I actually would like that better for my quads, 15 gram is a good weight. So, yeah, exactly. So what's on the label doesn't really matter. It's if it's 65C or 30C, doesn't matter as long as it delivers 15C continuous. I'm happy. You don't need more than that. So rather give me Hobby King, give me a battery which says 15C and actually delivers. Doesn't have to have fancy label either. Just no label at all would be fine. So Mullet says, I haven't noticed any issues with the 750 milliamp nano tags, but he doesn't know exactly what to look for. Well, I have a lot of them. At some stage, Hobby King Australia had them on sale for 99 cents, and at this time, Aussie dollar, and I think the Aussie dollar was worth around 70 cents. So for 70 cents, they offered the 750 milliamp nano tags, and at this point, I was really excited about them, and I thought they would be super cool because I had a few of them, and they were flying absolutely great. So I bought, I think, 2 trays of them. So like, I think 100. So they all started to die after a couple of packs, and some of them I didn't use. They were just sitting there in a drawer, and they were pretty much dead out of the box after storing them for half a year or so. And Yeah, that's what we've seen with most of these nanotech packs. So I have had another 200, I think, from the 260 milliamp packs, because when I bought them, I was primarily flying 7 millimeter motors, and the 260 milliamp nanotech packs were really good for that. Yeah, same fate with all of them. But there's one explicit claim on the page of these batteries, which I even like more than the ridiculous discharge rating, and that is it's supposed to last 900 cycles. We will find out. So, um, yes, Master RC student, I probably will do the test today. Doesn't really take long, just chuck them on the charger, have them all charged up, and then punch them through the discharger, which takes 5 minutes each. Yes, 900 cycles, they say. So you can repeatedly do that as well. Just set a couple cycles and have them hammer it. Yeah, I always suggest to do these things attended, because yeah, it can ruin the batteries, and I wouldn't be surprised if it does. So it for sure says it's known to cause cancer in the state of California. I'm pretty sure Hobby King would also state that it cures cancer if you tell them about it. 70 cents for the nanotechs, yep. Still have some. Luftschraube says same experience. Yep. Madman says if I took a beating at the dojo, do I look beaten up? I think I've just been too much in the sun. So yes, Master RC student, I probably will do it live as well. I just probably can't wait and punch them earlier. But I won't do it too often, and only to two of them. So the other two will be punched live next week. Left was good, right was weak, Complacent says. Okay. Wow, Master RC student has a lot of graphene stuff. Now, can they not do away with all the fancy packaging and make it a better price? I mean, they're not really expensive, but um, yeah, so no punching. I actually wasn't fighting much this week, only on Monday and Saturday. So, but I have received some other stuff, what I want to show you. Um, you might remember this Parrot frame. I'll give this a revival soon. This is the new version of the Parrot frame, including Lego brick attachment things on the top and on the arms, and also on the bottom there. You can see them next to the um, flight controller adapter. So I bought a handful of bricks, like this one here is 25 degrees. This one here is 45 degrees, and I also have some 33 degrees somewhere. I think this one is 30. No. I even forgot who gave me the link. So I don't even know where. Somewhere on the community forums, I think. I posted something about this. Or was it even the last live chat? Someone posted me a link to a shop where you can buy, I think it's used Lego parts. So it's just a random selection, and they cost almost nothing. I think some of them cost like 10 cents or so. So the plan obviously is to take a camera and let's take this one here, and then stick the camera with either hot glue or double-sided tape or whatnot to the top of the brick, and then you can just stick it on there. So I think that will make a very nice modular setup, so you can very easily swap the FPV parts, which are expensive, like $60 or so, and quickly put them to different frames. So you can have multiple airframes, and if one breaks, pop it off, stick it on the next. So, and I also ordered a whole bunch of these Parrot cargo frames from I think Travis it is, because they're black. And yeah, I don't have too many of them. I bought all of these bricks they had on this shop. So I hope they recover and I can buy some more. Then I will offer them together with these brain adapters, so you can stick a proper flight controller into the Parrot frame, and with the Lego bricks you can mount the camera on top of it. It's with these parts, it's a little bit heavier than you could build with a polycarbonate frame, but not much. This is 1 gram. Um, let me see how heavy this thing got in total. It's 50.3 gram. So add another 14 gram of battery and you are at 65 gram. The hot glue I used here, I measured it before I put it on, is 0.7 of a gram, and this brick is around 0.3. So assuming I need another drop of hot glue to fix it on there, so that's another 0.7 gram on top of this. So yeah, even with the mounts and the flight controller plate on the bottom, you get this thing below 66 gram. And the frame is almost indestructible. The antenna is obviously exposed here on top, but I think if you mount the thing with the brick, it might fall apart if you crash and not break. That's the plan. There's only one way to find out. So that's why Master C student bought all the graphene batteries. So that's why none of them are available anymore. He's building a clubhouse with the boxes. Yes, Mr. Mullet. The adapters work with most flight controllers, which the only requisite is they got to fit in there. So I think the maximum width is the usual problem. So the maximum width of the flight controller you can put in there is 26 millimeters. So length is a little bit more, up to 36.5 millimeters. But yeah, that's the limitation of the Parrot frame. So the Alien Narrow fits in there, and also your Hubsan flight controllers or a micro MWC or Sky, but no classic Alien, no multi-flight, no beef. Flamin Mellister asked how much are these CAM VTX combos going to weigh. I found the ones from Micro FPV with the step up to be very heavy. Couldn't even use one on the Reggie Shark. Well, I'm using them on the Sharks. These cameras weigh 10 gram. Put it on the scale again just to double check. This is without the voltage regulator, but that only adds like half a gram. So it's 10.003. So pretty much spot on 10 gram it is. And that includes the antenna, video transmitter, and camera. This is pretty much what I get my do-it-yourself FPV setups too as well. To make it lighter, you need to sacrifice quality. You can sacrifice a little bit of stability by removing the housing, but yeah, then it'll fall apart and you only save like a gram or so. You can use a lighter antenna, but then again, you crash it and it falls apart. You can use a lighter camera module, but then you won't see as well. You can drop the switch and save another gram, but then you won't be able to change channels. So 10 gram I found is a very good compromise for these things, and a 820 quad can carry 10 gram, no problem. Of course, it will fly better if you save 5 gram, but I don't think it's worth the compromise. With 5 gram, it will have theoretically better performance, but you can't see where you're going, and once you crash, the fun is over. So I'm flying with 10 gram micro FPV equipment since I moved away from the Spectrum VA 1100 because it had such terrible video quality. And yeah, I don't see flying with 10 grams. So if your Reggae Shark does not lift 10 gram, something's wrong with him. So Madman posts some picture of crimping something. Master RC student still likes the Parrot frame. Yeah, it's pretty special. I think the Parrot frames are just great. They have very low wind resistance. They have one interesting thing. If you look at the frame, the um, the arms are angled downwards. That means the propellers are sitting relatively low, and the propellers are the actual anchors of the force, so to speak. Um, and if you have the propellers in line with the center of gravity, it tends to make a way more neutral flight behavior, and it's easier for the flight controller to deal with that. So I found by having the propellers in line with the center of gravity, which is not completely the case here because the battery sits down low, so it's probably still a little bit, the props are probably still sitting a little bit above center of gravity, but closer and than on my other setups. So I think that helps. And also it's just very stiff yet flexible. Um, plus it delivers a very little drag surface in the prop wash. So yeah, I really like those frames. And the main issue is how to mount your stuff, but I think we have solved that. So magic braids. Magic braids. That's what, hair bands? Um, yeah, so it requires rubber bands as well, the Parrot frame. Originally, the attachments are screwed in with so small screws that, yeah, it's just annoying. I just use rubber bands to hold the flight controller on. That also means that in a crash, instead of ripping the screws out, it'll just flex, and you probably even notice. So yeah, no beefs fit in there. A Sky would fit in. So yeah, Luftschraube, if you find good rubber bands, please post them in the forum, maybe in the frame section or somewhere. Silicon, yeah, silicon is good. And Estofly is DSM2 with Futaba. I skip a little bit here to accelerate a little bit. We're getting to the end of the cast. Luke, hey Luke, good to see you. And no, sorry, I haven't even flown the Rainbow Lorikeet yet, but it's high up on my list, so I plan to have this ready for the next race event. Mr. Rebel is so in. I don't know exactly into what he is, and maybe into the batteries. Mullet asks what other options for the Parrot frames. Yeah, there's a couple of options. There's the old rolling spider frame, and then there's several new frames. Just look it up on parrotshop.com or just Google Parrot mini drones and you'll find the variety of them. I don't see any reason to move from the original rolling spider frame, but that it's, well, at first probably not going to be available anymore in the future. And second, for the Lego attachments. So there are versions without, from some Night Flyer thing, without Lego brick nuptials. So when you buy a Parrot frame, I suggest you, and you want to mount stuff to it, I suggest you make sure you get those with the Lego nuptials. It's for these rubber bands are for horses, horse dressage riding. Yeah, funny enough. Um, Master C student glued a Banggood Fatty Junior into the frame. That looks good. I think you need some angle on that camera. Mr. Rebel wants to buy and try one of these FPV setups. You mean the cameras, Mr. Rebel? Um, I didn't start selling them yet. We're still doing, so Rob at Micro FPV is doing that. He's doing some more tests on the voltage regulator, which we have the company built into this thing. It's not completely done yet, but will probably be done this week, and then we'll order some more. If you want to have a camera without voltage regulator, send me a message and we might figure something out, but I'm getting low on them. I only bought 20. I'm using around 10. I sold a few, and yeah, a handful is left. So Complacent posts a picture of a remote-controlled dog. Seems to currently be hovering. So his protocol is shut up and fly. So yeah, I'm over time already, but there's another, well, 3 or 4 more things I got to show you. There's more brick mounts, this time in black. So they are printed out of nylon. Same as the brick mounts you can already see on my website in white. When I got them, which was, I think, an hour after the last podcast, I was a little bit disappointed because you touched them and you got black fingers immediately. And I was already on my way to order white ones instead. But now after sitting for a week, it's gotten less. So you still get a little bit of black stuff on your fingers, but not so much. So I think it will be worthwhile to make those available. So again, just these 2 short mounts, which snap into the bottom of regular Lego pieces. And yeah, some of them you have already posted pictures of them. This is around a 14-gram Lego frame, but yeah, with using a few different parts, you can make that even lighter. So I bought a whole bunch of them. I found a smart way to load those files into the online tool of the print page, and that saves me a few bucks, so they actually turn out around half the price than I paid usually for them. Unfortunately, that doesn't make me making them cheaper on the website because I actually made a mistake there and lost money every time I sold one of these white ones. But yeah, that's life. So they will be at a slightly higher price now. I forgot even what it is. Put them in frames, so they will cost, damn, where are they? They will cost products. mounts. Where are they? Labor cost. $6 for 4 of them. So yeah, $1.50 a piece. Cost me around $1 to make, and yeah, bit of overhead. So I will not get rich of brick mounts, but yeah, it's a fun exercise to get the kids involved. Has a good payload. Like you can put another 20 gram or so on it, and it will still fly. So I can put a couple Lego men and some switches and lights and antennas, whatnot on the thing, and entertain the kids. So yeah, there will be more. I'll put them up in the next couple of days. Yes, JG, I will be able to make them in 7mm too. And the white ones are of nylon too. Yeah, it's the same material. I assume they use the same material and then color it somehow because it seems a little bit spongy somehow. So you probably can just soak them into black stuff and make them black this way. So that's why I think if they're just dried out properly for some time, they will not give much color to your fingers. So yes, JG has 20 of the white ones from the first batch. You probably have those what I printed myself, so you can, I have a whole bunch of them printed, and yeah, you can see, if you see layers and if they are slightly transparent and sometimes have impurities like brown spots, that's those what I printed myself. And if you have some of the more smooth ones where you don't see any layers, these are they're a little bit more clean white as well. So this on the bottom here is one of nylon, and the others are printed from high impact semi-transparent ABS, which is almost as good quality, but well, it's printed on my home printer with an additive process, so it's not as nice as laser sintered nylon. And yeah, everything what I will be selling from now is the nylon stuff. Easier for me to make because I just fill out an order, and better quality. You can color them with simply coal, says Lars. So yes, there will be 7mm at some stage, and the mounts are really tight in there. So I designed them really to press in there. If you crash the connection between two original Lego parts is weaker than between the mounts and the arms. So if you crash, usually the whole arm assembly comes off. The mount itself, it's pretty well in there, but I think if you crash hard enough, it will still pop out. If you want to adjust it a little bit, you can just file off a little bit of the nupsels or pop them in and out a few times, and it will get less tight. So yeah, I will keep them. See you later, Jason. I will keep them in stock in white as well because yeah, maybe not everyone likes black. It still colors your fingers a little bit. But yeah, looks nice. It's a quite deep black. I like it. Also, I got, what does this not do on here? It doesn't belong here. I got a Reggie Shark hex. So this will, where one of my clean flight aliens will go on for the Ballarat event. So it looks like it will take the same protection like the quad Reggae Shark, and yeah, a bit unusual setup for the props, but it means that you have free sight. Yeah, let's see how this flies. Plus, what else do I have new? Oh yeah, I bought another ready-to-fly quad. This is the new Hubsan 107P, I think. I haven't taken it apart yet. I just want to find out what motors they go in there because people start asking me about it. I assume they're 8mm motors because there's a 520 milliamp battery in there. But yeah, apart from that, I don't know. It's probably just another Hubsan. Has a little battery door in the back, um, 4 LEDs, and some LED bar on the front. Regular Hubsan controller. Nothing special. I just buy these things, so I know what kind of motors fit in there, and if I want to recommend anyone to buy them or not. Plus, I got more of these clear boost thingies. Connect to your video receiver and to your antenna. So they sit between receiver and antenna and boost the signal by apparently 13 dB, although I measured it, it's actually more. I found them to work really nice around the house, and I found them to work or to be pretty useless on the racetrack. So we set this up last week with recording on all 4 channels at the same time, and one of them had clear boost in there, and they actually delivered the worst signal. So I'm not really sure yet what's up with that. I got to do some more tests, but it does not seem to be the wonder pill for everything, but for certain applications, and I assume long-range flying will be one of them, this might be fun. So that's the long version. Yeah, that's the long version of the Shark. I don't know how Dave calls them. I'm in the luxurious position of Dave just sending me stuff from time to time. You know, I order frames from him all the time. So over here is a bunch of new Reggae Shark frames, and this one came with it. So there we go. So JT, welcome. You're pretty late. So Glass is boiling his parts in some clothing color. Yeah, I think that's what many people do. Kool-Aid or some other stuff. I forgot what the other stuff is called, but yeah. Coloring plastic parts seems to be quite trivial. So that's why I will keep the white ones so you can check whatever color you want on them. Yeah, exactly. RIT, R-I-T, dye. That's it, Madman. And Lars also says simply coal. And Mr. Rebel stays until it's over. So yeah, this time I won't. I really have promised myself not to do 3-hour casts, at least not every time. I have planned one which will probably take that long. But yeah, not to screw up my day too much with them. I'd like to be sitting here and I have enough other stuff to talk all day long, but you know, you can't just be talking, you gotta be doing stuff as well. Yeah, I think Madman Kool-Aid is a crap drink, but I think this crap drink you can use to color stuff. I'm not totally sure, but I only have experience with RIT, R-I-T dye. What's what I use to color white other plastic parts. It works really nicely. You need a special kind of plastic where it actually soaks in, but then it looks like it's the original color of that stuff. And Complacent says you need an extender for 2.4 gigahertz RF radio more than we need 5.8 for video. And I actually think you're right with that. The quality of video we currently achieve, or the range, is actually good enough to exceed the range of many uplinks. So I plan to use this year on the road trip. It's another version of it, a little bit shorter one. It's a magnet foot Wi-Fi antenna. Comes with, I think this is the right plug. Let's see. You can connect those Wi-Fi antennas. Hopefully, I didn't check yet. No, you need an adapter for them. Crap, so it's a different version of so this one doesn't have a pin, and this one doesn't have a pin. But with just one adapter, you should be able to screw this Wi-Fi antenna into your transmitter, and this has a lot of gain, this antenna. But gain is not for free. You get more horizontal gain, but you get less reception up high. So that's why I have a little bit shorter antenna as well, which has only 5 dB instead of 11 dB gain. But I think the main thing here is not to necessarily get more gain, but instead of having this tiny antenna here sitting in your lap or in the car or somewhere behind a fence, you put that antenna up high somewhere, and that will significantly improve the uplink signal. Because I'm not sure if I mentioned this I was talking last time about the diversity receivers, and I see dropouts and radio links dropped just across 2 or 3 brick walls. So yeah, just external antennas, I think, will do the trick, but if not, it will be very easy to amplify 2.4 gigahertz on the ground, but yeah, it will add complexity. So I hope with just antennas, we'll get around that. Apart from that, yeah, these micro receivers, I think like 200 meters or so of range, especially if you have a little bit of stuff in between, and it's over. And with a good directional video antenna and these amplifiers, I think 200 meters is just no problem at all. Yes, Complacent, I think you just gotta place the antenna properly and you will have no issue. I'm also considering some directional antennas. That's, yeah, you can pretty much buy all the stuff from 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi, and yeah, there's a lot of antennas available. So that's it. My table here is cleared virtually. Well, there's still the stupid carbon props on there. So I've taken the carbon props off the website now, but if you still want some of these carbon props, send me a message. I have around 200 of them, 300 I think, of them left. I'll be giving them away. So last time only 2 people sent me a message. I sent you guys some props. If you really want those stupid carbon props, I'll send you some. So JG says the best would be diversity. with the second antenna at the opposite end of the field. Well, this is not called diversity if you're talking about the transmitter antennas. I think the uplink is just fine by having a little bit more exposed antenna. If you actually want to have long range, you need to go to a different frequency. 2.4 gigahertz is not the best for long range. But yeah, I don't want to get massive range. I'm fine with when I get like 500 meters or so, but that includes transmission through, oh yeah, t-shirt talk. Actually, I forgot the t-shirt talk. Um, if I get 500 meters um, through a couple obstacles, like behind bushes and etc. So even though we're already 20 minutes over time, um, I announced t-shirts, so I'm going to talk about t-shirts. So switch over to here. Ah, damn, this one has a white background. I clicked the wrong button. So I started a little t-shirt contest on the forum. You can admire that. Currently the top thread. So if you go to community.micro-moto-warehouse.com, go to the first link, and yeah, I posted a little thread contest in here, and people started contributing pencil art. That's what I asked for. So here's Quadflyer drawing something, a quadronaut. That's of his frame. Here, Dark Force Parrot in white and in, oh, here's some transparent ones. So yeah, to make this looking nice, you need to draw them, create a PNG file with transparent background. Looks like this, and I can just put it then on t-shirts, and it's free floating, transparent, so to speak. What, Fleming? You bought some? They are not meant to be for sale yet, but I think they'll be just fine. But let me have a look. So orders. Someone bought a t-shirt? Really? Where are you? No, no one bought a t-shirt yet. Printful.com, it is. Dashboard. Sign in. Look at shop. Look at orders. Yeah, you actually bought a t-shirt. Thank you. Well, hang on, let me put my face back in here. Yeah, thank you. You're the first after me buying a t-shirt. So you bought a Micro Motor Warehouse Insane Parrot t-shirt, Dark Side. Hang on, is that XL? This might be the one with, oh no, yeah, the Dark Side is good. So it's just only the background of the shop image that I messed up. That's non-transparent, but the image what I put on there, that is transparent. So it's not a drone. Yeah, yeah. So Madman, if you want to have it's not a drone shirt, you either draw something or you just go to the thread. I'll post the link to the thread in here to copy, paste. So yeah, just post that, and if you can't draw, someone else will probably pick it up and draw something. Yeah, Fleming, you know you can buy one. I've put them up there, and it's just very easy to throw them up there. I do this primarily to see how it looks on the shirts, and yeah, give people feedback if it all works out, or if they have to change the drawing. I didn't uh, well, offer them for sale, I want to say, but no, actually I did. I didn't advertise yet and say, come on, buy them. But the moment I put it up there, it appears on the shop as well. So yeah, you're free to buy them, and I'm pretty sure they are good quality and they will look as they do on the page. I just like to have them before I offer stuff for sale. But you know, if you think that's that's a good idea, if you trust the universe, yeah, please buy some. Um, and let us know how you like them. It's my preferred way, as with all products, is I will fly the heck out of them myself, and then I offer them for sale. But it's a reputable T-shirt making company, Printful.com, and yeah, I think it's just fine. So please buy some, but yeah, if you're more the conservative type, please wait until I have um, printed some, bought some myself. You know, I literally go to my own shop and buy the stuff because, yeah, you mock them up and they appear there, and you um, get T-shirts on your shop before you even have some. So, yeah, I don't print them myself, as you might have guessed. It's a cloud service which I integrate into my web shop, and that means I can literally take any image, pop it on there, and 5 minutes later I have a T-shirt for sale in my shop. And if you buy it, it gets fulfilled somewhere out of, I believe, California. So, Fleming Mellister, let me check where you are. In Chicago. Okay, so you will probably get yours before I get mine. I didn't order this particular one yet, but I ordered the first one on what I put on there just to check if they deliver properly, how it looks, how the quality of the shirt looks, etc. So, yeah, t-shirts. Madman is not an artist on paper, but in wood. Um, yeah, it's difficult, obviously, to put wood um, on a t-shirt, but you know, if you build something nice out of wood, I'm sure we will find someone who can pencil that. But yeah, if you just want to have it's not a drone, um, I like that. I actually should wear one to the drone competition. You need one with a pile of fats and an ad mega on it. Yeah, I think that's cool. So yeah, please just throw together whatever you have, and I'll put it on t-shirts. And yeah, Fleming, thank you very much for being a guinea pig. You're very welcome to complain about the results because I want the stuff to be good. So if you have anything to complain, please tell us. And yeah, please don't be shy. Just go to the product section and post a review. Um, Madman says you have brothers that are good artists, so let them draw some stuff. Vodka is solving probably many problems. What Mr. Rebel ordered, really? So yeah, I didn't plan to advertise t-shirts, but yeah, no, you didn't. You probably ordered something else. But yeah, I probably order some of them very soon, even before the contest is done, so I can take them along um, to the drone festival. So Complacent posts some picture of some batteries attached to some charger. No. Battery medic. So yeah, so far about the t-shirts. Please go to the, if you're interested in that, please go to the contest thread on the community forum. If you make a contribution that ends up on a t-shirt afterwards, I reward you with a prize. Let me look up what I actually put on there. One free t-shirt plus I think a $50 voucher or something. Yes. You draw a microquad, and if I print it on your shirt, you get a free copy and a $50 voucher for stuff from Micromotor Warehouse. So yeah, please, if you can draw, I would like to have your stuff on my t-shirt and spread the love. I mean, you know, we have to wear t-shirts anyway. Why can we not have nice microquads on them? So Mr. Rebel sent a payment of $37 to me. Really? Did you order something else, or did you order t-shirts? $37. Yeah. Yeah, for a t-shirt. Doesn't seem to have synchronized yet. So yeah, that's exactly the same t-shirt as I bought, Phil. Or, well, am I allowed to say your full name? Mr. Rebel. I will not disclose any secret information. So, well, only that you are in New York, so I assume it's cold where you are. But still, you know, t-shirts are good for inside. I might also print hoodies and other stuff down the track when we have when we have good graphics. You know, this is really spread the love on your stuff on my t-shirt in one sentence. Yeah, you know, that's how it is. Yeah, uh, t-shirts. So it's just a way of figuring out the right artwork, and then if you go to all these shops, you can print a whole lot of other stuff on them as well. So if you log in here and say add a new product, you can use clothing, and there's lots of different things. So normal t-shirts, long sleeves, tank tops, sweatshirts, and items for all over printing. So you can print the whole t-shirt, which we're going to do at some stage as well. But then you can also have other stuff like wall art, mugs, pillows, and totes. So yeah, I'll probably do mugs and maybe wall art as well. But yeah, pillows, I don't know. It's too borderline as well, right? So stickers, yeah, we also do stickers. This shop doesn't do stickers, but we'll do stickers for sure. Going gangster. All right, my friends, thanks very much for watching. 35 minutes over time. So please, if you want carbon props, free carbon props, send me a message, but I'm not going to promise anything. If you bought carbon props and don't like them, also send me a message and we'll fix you up. And yeah, if you want to join the party bus or the party convoy, if we get too many people joining the party, please also send me a message or go to fpvr.org and reply to that post over there. Thanks for watching. See you guys later. messed that up. Try this again. I should click on the blackout bar before I say this. See you later.